Start off, Christian. Let's go. Yeah, passing you the ball right now, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Dribble
I
drive.
get into a different headset. I wasn't ready for introing. Hang on. Are we going?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay. All right, everybody, welcome back to Rough Draft Research. It's the Week 14 preview. We're going to hit you with some games, a little bit of news, and the classic draft at the end, which, spoiler alert, there was a first-time winner this week.
Oh.
Yeah, boy.
And y'all know it wasn't me. Winner over here.
I was going to say, there's only one former loser among us. And now
it was super close week this week, too.
Yeah.
And we all scored really well. I don't know if you looked at it. I had like 159. You had 154, and Dan had 148 or something. Like it was all really high and close.
Well, you know, we've all been there. It's just a surprise to you, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's super surprise, especially because both of you would have beat me, but both your super flex quarterbacks got 0.
Yeah. So. I found out the next day. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, when your second round pick doesn't play.
I was this close to texting like, so should we switch out those quarterbacks that aren't playing and then have the flashback to you taking Kyler Murray? And I was like, well, that would be like, fair.
No!
That would not be happening.
Then I would have been like, all right, let's do a league vote. Dan and I, we win.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
That's hilarious.
Now, yeah, well, let's, I don't know, is there any really big news besides injury related that we'll probably get into?
No, the only tidbit I have is part of my matchup deal.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm trying to think.
Did we ever talk about Antonio Brown getting suspended?
No, but like, that dude needs to fuck off and wander back.
Man. Well, I also saw like I don't know where it was on social media somewhere, which obviously you can't 100% rely on, but it was something like Bucks super close to just cutting him from the team. But
yeah, right. Not while Tim Brady.
Not while Daddy Tom's there.
Yeah, right.
That's right, dude.
So yeah, Tom definitely faked his vaccine card too, right?
I kind of was talking about this. Like, how many people named Antonio Brown are there? You know? Like, you couldn't have just got someone named Antonio Brown to give you their card? Did they test him for, like, some kind of residual? I don't know, man. Because I'm
sure you could have paid somebody.
Yeah.
I got my booster, and they fucking, like, wrote with pen on my card, like, hey, you got the booster, good job, smiley face.
Yeah, it's like anybody could have.
How can you prove anything is fake?
Yeah, I don't know. I have the sneaking suspicion that Tom has the fake vaccination card,
and he's Antonio Brown's just taking a rat.
Yeah.
He's the fall guy. He's the fall
like people
guy.
already think you're fucking nuts. Just do it. Like nobody will give a shit.
Hey, listen, if I'm dead in the next 3 days, you know it's real. You know it's real.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. So Antonio Brown suspended the next 3 games.
For sure.
I don't imagine they'll get rid of him though. Why wouldn't you just keep him for your playoff push?
He's playing really well. Considering
you wouldn't if you had like any integrity at all for the game of football, you probably wouldn't keep him. But other than that, yeah, keep him.
I know someone who'd be starting him this week.
Oh, Jesus. You were just throwing around the word integrity like we're all born with it, you know? Jeez.
True. Well, I mean, besides that, any big news you guys can think of?
No.
Off the top?
Not off the top.
No.
Well,
it's another short week. We're coming at you on a Wednesday.
Yes.
Which means, you know,
used to the Wednesday flow for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of information that we typically would have on a Friday just doesn't exist at this point in the week.
Yep. I mean, why else would someone be starting Daniel Jones, in a draft they did? But, all right.
I thought we spent an hour beating that dead horse before we hit record.
Oh, we did.
All right.
So, big bye week this week, at least I would imagine for most folks. The Colts,
That's a big
Jonathan
one.
Taylor, huge. I'm feeling it. We got another individual
Taylor.
here feeling it. But also at the same time, you're enjoying it in another league.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
in that league, I have Wentz, and it's a super flex, so
yeah.
it's a two-sided coin, man.
Yeah,
No
it
one
sucks.
wins when the Colts don't play, apparently.
Right? Especially not the Colts. And then we got the Dolphins, Patriots, and Eagles. So let's go in. Thursday night football happening tomorrow. We're recording this on Wednesday, like we said. Steelers, Vikings. Boys, I had much to say. You've already heard me bitch about it, but I'm going to bitch about it to the listeners. I have Dalvin Cook. It's a big week. It's a must-win. Like, I lose him out of the playoffs. And I have Dalvin Cook and Alexander Mattison. And they're calling him questionable. So what do I do here, guys? Do I start Dalvin Cook, watch him play 3 plays, re-injure his shoulder? Or do I start Madison and then watch Dalvin come in and be a stud?
As a Vikings fan, you should start Madison. That's the way to do it.
Well, definitely not.
I don't know, man. It's do or die for the Vikings right now. They have to win this game.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no they don't have. If they lose this game, there's no chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they
Like,
just
they
lost
have
to
to-
the Lions.
Yeah, if they want any chance of making the playoffs, they have to win. And I know fucking Mike Zimmer wants to make the playoffs because he wants to save his job.
Yeah,
So I think Dalvin Cook's going to play through the pain.
I do
To
too.
be honest, if he can, and if he can't, then he's not going to play at all. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I would roll with Cook.
I like this guy. I like this guy.
He's a true friend over there. Don't worry about me. I come here for the cookies. They're tasty.
Coming in, I come to you as a friend and you come back at me as a fantasy manager. And that really hurts my heart.
That's cool. I mean, if I just made the conscious effort to listen to what you're saying, I might have some good insight.
Oh.
But just smiling and nodding is my limit.
All right, let's get into the matchups. Bengals, Niners. Christian, take it away, my guy.
Yeah, speaking of teams that need another win, both teams coming off a loss. Yeah, they need to turn this around. It sucks because this was going to be a really, really fun matchup. Cincinnati has the 4th ranked rushing defense and they'd be going up against San Francisco, who has the 7th ranked rushing attack in terms of yards per game. But Elijah Mitchell kind of tweaked his knee, and he's still dealing with the concussion. Trey Sermon's still on injured reserve, as far as I know. Jeff Wilson, fairly ineffective last week, but that was his first week back off a major injury, so we'll see what he does. And then JaMychal Hasty's in there, waiver pickup of the week. He's never had more than 5 carries this season. So
Right.
I don't think they're going to be relying on Hasty in the running game, at least. And if they can't run the ball, I think Cincinnati's gonna fuck them up. To be honest, like that's the way you need, or that's the way San Francisco has to operate through the run. Then they get the pass involved, and so if they can't do that, I don't like their chances.
Well, Devo's projected not to play, right?
Yeah, it's still
He's
questionable.
so questionable because that would be the only concern. I mean, they're fine with putting him in the backfield, but
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, we'll see. I agree with you, man. I think
It's kind of like a scary week for. I was really surprised at how that Niners game went last week.
Yeah, they should not have lost to the Seahawks.
Yeah. So
Just have Kyle Shanahan's number, I guess.
I mean, once you lose to the Seahawks, like where does it stop? Once you crack the door open,
yeah.
you're letting all kinds of rodents in: lions, tigers, bears, and birds, seabirds.
Oh,
But man,
I think the Bengals win here, and I'm excited for the future of the Bengals for sure. I mean, I think we could see their offense get going. This Niners team doesn't have the best defense in the world, especially against the pass. So we need to open Joe Burrow back up, get Jamar Chase back involved. Let's see this offense operate like we did earlier in the year.
Well,
Ultimately, I think the Bengals may make the playoffs and then get drummed out in the first round, but I'm pretty excited for the future of this team.
Yeah, it was nice to see T. Higgins turn it on last week. Golly, man.
But why can't they get everyone involved? Why does it have to be one guy goes off for like 180 and 2 touchdowns, and then everybody else doesn't do anything? Yeah, Let's get everybody like a touchdown and 100 yards.
Patrick Mahomes over here being like, bro, you know what I'd give to have those 3 guys? Jesus.
Yeah. Anybody.
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahoo is what we call him in Kansas City.
Like right now, I feel like you would trade easily Tyreek Hill for like Chase and Higgins. I feel like.
Yeah. Anything to get a number 2 over there in Kansas City, Jesus.
You guys, man. No loyalty. No loyalty.
Well, to the Chiefs? Heck no, dude.
I mean,
I like
Tyreek,
my teams
got
to
a history.
be in the bottom half of my conference, if you know what I mean. Skull Vikes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, should I just jump on in?
I mean, I didn't have much else on that game, so if you guys don't, we can definitely move along.
Yeah, I was kind of sad about the Elijah Mitchell being banged up, and Trey Sermon apparently is on IR and Debo, and it's such like the 49ers they remind me so much of the Raiders sometimes when it's just like, oh yeah, we get excited about him and then it just fizzles out a little bit. I mean, obviously the coaching is a little different, but
yeah. Well, I picked up JaMychal Hasty in 2 leagues. Just bet the into the playoffs. I just threw all my fab out just to pull them in because I don't have, running back insurance in 1 league, and the current running back I'm going with this week is Mike Davis. So I was a little excited. Maybe he'd get that 1 roll, and then you told me he hasn't had more than 5 carries this season, and can I get all my fab back? Like, what's going on?
You lose 100% of the fab you don't use,
Yeah, that's true.
As we all have said.
But no, it should be interesting. That defense is hot and cold on the Bengals side, so would be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting you mentioned Mike Davis, He had an interesting game.
Segue.
That was 4 catches, 4 targets. I was like, oh shit. What's going on? But
Cordero who?
Cordero what? Cordero. But I don't know, man. The Falcons and the Panthers are playing this week, and it's going to be pretty exciting. The Falcons just got their asses whooped by the
back-to-back weeks.
Well, Tampa Bay, they won the week before that, Jacksonville. So.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they had a small vacation after that huge New England ass ripping.
Oh yeah, I always think the Dallas one. That was the week previous to that too, huh?
Yeah. They've had a long road, but before Dallas, they beat New Orleans. So it's up and down with this team. Which brings me to the looking at what's going on this week. Atlanta is 5-3 when they score 17 or more points, so that's not bad. But Carolina has actually got a solid defense. They're allowing the 7th fewest points, 2nd least yards. So, the Falcons might have a chance in this one, but they need to protect the ball. We were just talking about that New England game. That was 4 picks in there. Oof. They actually have 9 turnover losses in the last 4 games, where Carolina has 6 takeaways in the past 4. So they got to protect the ball. They got to utilize every possession if they're trying to get those points on the board. But it seems like there's a new badass in Atlanta, and his name is Russell Gage. The guy went 8 targets and then 7 targets, and then last week he caught 11 out of 12 targets. That's crazy, man. 11 catches in a 30 catch game. So that's a pretty insane share of the offense right there. Obviously, Kyle Pitts is still with the team. You know, he went 4 out of 7 for 48 yards. The guy only has 1 touchdown this year. It kind of breaks my heart. You know, he's doing pretty good. He's the tight end 8, but the lone touchdown is kind of breaking my heart. So I really hope they can get him more involved. I think that's crucial to them having some success.
Yeah.
This just might not be the week for it because really it is a solid ass defense that they're up against in Carolina, you know. So let's talk about Carolina. What the fuck are they going to do? Because they lost CMC, right? We all know that.
Yeah.
So we're coming out with Cam.
Chuba.
And you got Chuba. You know, I want to see Chuba get a lot of work. That didn't really happen last week. He's been kind of having a few bum weeks in a row. Same thing with Robbie Anderson. Not interested in Robbie Anderson. Yeah. I don't even know if I really trust Chuba in this one because it could just be a Cam thing. You know, they just got.
Is Cam even going to start?
Dude, he's got to start. I think he's got to start.
He got pulled last week.
That's true. 2 picks, that'll happen. But, you know, you got to start Cam. He still scored like a rushing touchdown. He's just doing all the Cam things.
Right.
Give him a chance. Joe Brady got axed, you know?
Yeah.
No longer with the team.
That was surprising.
You know, that breaks my heart because Trask Marshall Jr., you know, working with the LSU wide receiver, LSU coordinator. I was really, really jacked about that connection, and that is no longer a thing. So they're dealing without an OC, but I really don't know what to predict for this Carolina team. I really think if they can keep a lid on the Falcons, then they can win the game. You know, keep the score down.
I'm curious about that Joe Brady, the Joe Brady thing. Like that had to be like some internal conflicts or something, right? Like it'd be weird.
Either that or like he has a line on a different job and it was like a mutual thing, but like it doesn't seem likely.
Seems weird when you come in, Sam Darnold gets hurt, you don't really have all your assets, CMC, and then you're just like, sorry, you're just not working out. It's not us, it's you, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. What do you think about Abdullah? He's like second on the team in targets last week, you know? Obviously, DJ Moore's kicking ass.
Amir Abdullah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got 6
wild.
targets. He only caught 2 of them, but he was second on the team in targets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Kind of weird, right? I know, obviously, we want those to be going Chuba's way.
Yeah, I don't understand the logic there. I mean, I know because Christian McCaffrey played last week, correct? Or was it the week before that he got hurt?
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So, yeah. Was it?
Yep.
I thought he got hurt last week.
Well, you guys are thinking that, but really, it's not true.
Did Chuba get the start last week then?
Well, you guys got to remember the Panthers are coming off a bye week.
Oh. Well, yeah, week 12, he started, though.
Right. Their last game. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so Chuba hasn't really been able to be in that starting role. But it is weird to – I mean, I guess he came back in after McCaffrey got hurt. But when did McCaffrey finally leave the game? I forget. Doesn't matter.
I think it's the first half.
Was it? Okay.
Pretty sure.
Well, it is weird because Chuba was doing really well when spelling when Christian McCaffrey was hurt earlier in the year. So I don't understand why you all of a sudden go to Amir Abdullah.
Yeah.
I didn't get that either.
What, like, why go to a veteran? Why not get some experience for your rookie? When you're not chasing. You're not chasing the NFC South. The Buccaneers have that unlocked. You're not really chasing the wild card. I mean, what are they? 5-7. I guess they have a shot.
Yeah.
I guess so to chase a wild card, but I don't know.
Yeah, still just get it involved, and because I'm still convinced they're going to trade McCaffrey to get out of his contract. So why wouldn't you use Chuba? Which I guess if they don't use Chuba, it kind of makes my theory look like shit. But
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Chuba, I don't know. We all like him, right? Let's just get.
He's
let's
played
see what
well
happens
this year.
I mean, they had a whole bye week to
Partial
recover
to
from the loss
2019 version, but whatever.
of CMC. But yeah, his touches with CMC healthy were like 3, 9, 0, and then 2 in the game that CMC gets injured in. So it's kind of like they were phasing him out or not incorporating him in a supplemental role. But you got the bye week, you got a rookie, dude's fresh, pretty badass. Give him the role up against Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta is not stopping anyone from doing anything really. So I mean, they're not like the worst in the fucking world, but they're 22nd and rush yards allowed and 31st in points allowed. So they're allowing people to score on them.
Yeah,
let's make it happen.
Let's turn this into a shootout. Get Cordell Patterson all the targets, baby.
You like that?
Oh, I likes that.
Is that what you want to see?
That's what I want to see.
This is fucking bullshit.
All right, well,
don't give your friends good fantasy advice that could benefit you.
I asked you for permission. You gave me consent.
I told you to pick him up.
You gave me consent. I just want to throw that out, everyone.
It wasn't like he asked me. I said, hey, you should go pick this player up. I couldn't, in my heart, pick him up after all the trash I'd talked on him.
That's true.
Because that was Chicago Cordero. That was garbage. That was garbage shit. He's doing great.
Yeah, he's doing great. I wonder, do you think there's no way they re-sign him, right?
Oh, they should, right? Wasn't that a 2-year deal?
He's 30. No, it's
it's one.
He's out after
Mike
this
Davis had the 2-year.
Yeah.
Got you.
But anyway, I guess move along to the Packers-Bears.
Sure.
Packers-Bears. I'm going to take the Packers this week. I know, weird, right? Justin Field is playing. We found that out today. Aaron Rodgers has the toe injury, but we've seen this before. He's playing. Jair Alexander back at practice. I don't know, Christian, maybe you have better insight. Does that mean he's playing or is he just practicing?
No, there was an outside chance that we got one of the big three back this week, and we may still get one. And if it was, it would be Jair. But yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard anything that says that he's trending that way.
Well, when you're playing Justin Fields, I don't know if you really need him. Might as well sit him. Allen Robinson back at practice. I don't know if that matters.
You might as well set him.
Yeah, might as well start him. Is that what you're saying?
Might as well set him.
Yes. Yeah, sit him on the bench. Some to monitor. David Montgomery wasn't practicing. I still think he plays.
Khalil Herbert time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I still think he plays, but the RDR movement here.
Oh, yeah.
Free Khalil Herbert. So maybe he should sit.
That's right.
Hear that, Nagy? Maybe you should sit.
How does Nagy still have a job?
Dude, seriously, dude.
That's Joe Brady's job.
Right? That'd be pretty awesome.
That would be amazing.
The game's at Green Bay, so I am excited to see all the signs after, he did the whole I own the Bears thing. So I imagine the fan base is going to lean into that. I hope some good chants going because I also hate the Bears. I think this will be kind of like a NFC North kind of game. I think it won't be lopsided, but it'll be pretty definitive if you watch it. I think the score won't reflect what actually happened in the game. That seems like an NFL North thing. Maybe I'm projecting because I watch a lot of NFL North games, or NFC North games, but it does seem like, it was only a 10-point game. Must have been pretty close. And you're like, nah, not at all.
Nah, dude.
Not at all. The Packers, from a fantasy standpoint, I think it's pretty predictable. You're looking at Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, their connection, A.J. Dillon. I don't know. How do you where are you guys at with Aaron Jones here? It was last week he got out-touched by A.J. Dillon. Is that a limiting snaps kind of thing, or is A.J. Dillon taking that role? Do you guys have a...
Well, I mean, he was quoted for 2 to 3 weeks with an injury and came back after missing one game. Okay. And I think they were more just using him. They were seeing how he could go, seeing where he was at, and then using him as a threat, because he is a different type of runner. So you have to make them respect that kind of run. So you make them respect the outside run with Aaron Jones, and then they can't always defend the inside run, which is what they tore him up with A.J. Dillon.
Ah, is that what you're going to say too?
No, they're keeping him fresh for the playoffs. Straight up.
Yeah, that's probably a good choice too.
If you don't need him. I did think it was interesting because when it comes to the red zone, Aaron Rodgers has as many rushing touchdowns as Aaron Jones and one more than A.J. Dillon. And so I think that red zone threat is going to be a lot of Aaron Rodgers, a lot of Javonte Adams. We've seen it before, kind of textbook. I did think it was interesting to note that Randall Cobb has as many touchdowns as Javonte Adams with 5.
Oof, that's a low number compared to last year.
Pretty high for Randall Cobb.
Well, yeah.
I did want to pose a question to you, Christian. I think this could be a big positive for Amari Rodgers, maybe. Do you think the whole Randall Cobb is more a Aaron Rodgers thing or a Matt LaFleur play calling thing? Because if you're going to look at the future, we loved Amari Rodgers. Let's say Aaron Rodgers leaves next year. Is that maybe a featured role in the playbook or a quarterback choice?
Yeah, I think it would be a feature role, but I think it is a bit of both because I feel like if it was Matt LaFleur, it would be more consistent. Whereas Randall, he just like Arizona, all of a sudden he has 2 touchdowns and we win the game. Granted, Davante Adams wasn't playing and neither was MVS or Lazard. So I guess that's the reasoning there. But it's like he doesn't do anything for 3 weeks and then he pops off for like 100 yards and a touchdown. And I think either LaFleur is only scheming him for specific matchups or that it's a bit of scheming and Rodgers wanting to go to his guy. And that's why it's more random than it is.
That makes sense. I haven't watched all the games, so I want to throw that to you, but that's good to know.
They're getting him involved for sure. And there's plays where he's wide open and you can tell that's the Matt LaFleur effect is these wide open receivers streaking across the field. Because I love Randall Cobb, but let's be real, he's not getting wide ass open if he's not on a linebacker, which Matt LaFleur does a good job of scheming people into the right matchups. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally, man. Well, good to know. So going to the defensive side of the ball, the Green Bay defense is pretty fucking good. Top 10 in both passing yards and rushing yards allowed. I don't know if that's confusing, but that means it's good. It's good. The Bears are pretty good themselves. They're giving up a lot more rushing yards than we're used to seeing from the Bears, but they've been playing without Akeem Hicks, who is practicing again this week. So, you're still going to start your A.J. Dillons or Aaron Jones if you got him, but maybe lower your expectations a little if Akeem plays. Mm-hmm. The Bears' offense sucks. Personally, wouldn't want to be in any position to have to play Justin Fields, but I feel like if you got him, you might as well start him. Am I right, Daniel?
Truth.
Yeah, but I don't think you can expect much besides David Montgomery, because if he plays, he's going to get the volume. Anyone else on this Bears offense, I don't think I would be throwing into any lineup. You can't trust anybody, regardless if you got Mooney on your bench. You're like, oh, fuck, you got 21 points. Like, yeah, but you're going to bench him regardless. Like, don't do the whole heavy-handed of like, oh, but if I would have played him, I would. Like, no, get out of here with that. I think this defense is too good. I think he's going to disrupt Justin Fields. I think the Packers kind of got this one sealed up, but it has been a weird NFL season.
Delivered. So. Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
For sure. So. One of the better seasons, in my opinion, because of that. It's just wild. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know if you guys got anything else on this game.
I don't know. I think you nailed it. Although, I do think, I don't know. I think we could rough them up here a bit on Sunday Night Football. Aaron's like undefeated in primetime over the last whatever. Just absolutely crushes it when the lights are on. And then the defense is just playing out of their mind. And if they get even one of those guys back, if they get either Zadarius or Jair, it just like completely evolves their defense into something better. And I think we could shut them down pretty hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's betting on Chicago.
No, I doubt it.
Good old-fashioned asking. That team's looked a little disheveled.
Put $5 down, win $1 million.
Yeah. It's worth $5 to win $1 million. It's not worth $5 to lose $5, though.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll take it on over. Saints Jets. Take it away, Christian. Oh, he's frozen.
All right.
Oh, there he is.
So here
He's
we've
back.
got one team that sucks. Oh, we're back. All right, I'll just start that over then. All right. So we this game we've got one team that just sucks and one team that is so injury riddled and talent poor because of it that they're not playing super well. They're playing all right. The Saints are still a good team. But I don't think any of us think they're going anywhere anytime soon. So the real reason I wanted to talk about this game is because I think we know who Mac Jones is at this point. He's a good, efficient game manager, but better, I guess. Yeah. I think we're all pretty signed up for who Mac Jones is. Justin Fields, we have no idea. The offense is terrible. Trevor Lawrence, we have no idea. The offense is terrible. And Zach Wilson, we're still trying to figure out, and the Jets are trying to get footing. But he played all right last week. 226 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. Like, do we think maybe he's starting to get it, or was just this a bad game? Because he's still, or a good game, because he threw a pick, which he's done in every game that he's played the full game. So that's not gone. And that scares me a little because you got the Saints defense coming up, who's 22nd against the pass. So, okay, maybe it is a decent matchup for Wilson, but they have 14 picks on the season also.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What are you guys thinking about Zach Wilson so far?
I have my opinion, so you take it away.
I think he's kind of coming along. I think it's kind of a lost rookie year in that system. New coach. There's been plenty of injuries with the playmakers, but I think it's starting to stick together. He came on strong in the preseason. I'm starting to see a little more of that guy, a little more poised, a little more red zone happy kind of guy. So I got faith in him.
Yeah, I think, I think this was a game to come back. I think things got very real for him when he sat and Mike White came in and tore the roof off the place, dude. The NFL's a different beast, dude. Like, there's so much media, so much hype, so much like fuck Zach Wilson when one guy like Matt White comes in and has the game of his life, literally the game of his life. And I think maybe he had to kind of sit with himself for a second and be like, whoa, I need to get my shit together because this isn't college. This isn't like I have a bad game, the backup's going to take my job. Like, this is the NFL. Like, people's jobs are at risk every game, and I think he got a little bit of that. And so I think maybe that kind of kicked him in the ass a little bit. So we'll see what happens moving forward.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's triple when you play for somebody in New York. Like everything you just said, it's everything for the NFL, but like New York, holy shit, I can only imagine. So I don't know.
All the messages he probably got, just like, you're waste of a fucking pick, pussy.
Yeah.
Like, we got Matt White. Like, and then it's like, oh, I'm just kidding, dude. Love you.
Jesus.
Right. Well, yeah,
Just
I mean, that's all I really.
Sam Darnold did. That's all. That's all you have to do.
Should have hit up Sam Darnold like, sorry, dude.
Well, yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I mean, I think the Saints win this game. Maybe due to injury, the Jets can make it fun and interesting. But we know Kamara is coming back, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, the Saints win this game. But, I just wanted to really get your guys' opinion on Zach Wilson because, I mean, we had 4 top-tier quarterback names taken, and 3 of them have been pretty underwhelming, and I don't feel like we've really gotten to talk about these rookie QBs very much. Yeah. So
that's true.
Deontay Harris is suspended 3 games, right?
Oh, is that true?
The DUI, I think. I think he appealed it, but I think it starts this week.
Gotcha. I hadn't seen that.
I only know that because I got a notification because he's on.
Good job. That's awesome.
But not that affects much, but just throwing it out there.
Yeah. It is a time of the year, though. Like, we're really starting to see defenses make good stands against the offenses. Like, the offenses are starting to slow down, getting into that grind type of, and then the weather's going to shift. And football's way more exciting in October than it is in December, and it's starting to slow down. And I like it because I like to watch a good defense play, but it's going to start to break people's hearts in the fantasy world, man. It already is.
It slows down right when you need it to pick up. Like, dang.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to talk about broken hearts, though, man, I don't know what to tell you.
Don't say it. Just don't say the name. Just
Okay.
say the Broncos game.
Okay, so here we go. We got the Broncos up next, and they're playing a football game against some whatever. So some
All right.
Northern Midwest team named after a jungle cat.
a jungle cat. I like it. I was gonna go with like the Sahara.
Be
I
like
don't know a grassland, a savanna.
The tigers and bears. Oh my! It's a Lions. You can say it.
It's
This
okay.
broke my heart.
The Lions. So we'll just go straight to the Broncos then. I kind of had some hopes that they were going to beat Kansas City. Like, I didn't want them to, but this has been such an up and down Broncos team this year that I thought that they could do it. And, they came into town, and it was a pretty exciting game. Not really. I guess it's just for me because I thought it was exciting. I thought it was fun to watch. But they held Kansas City to 267 yards, which is really impressive, and it is their third fewest yards allowed this year.
Oh, wow.
So the top two, and this fits in the conversation we were having, the top two and fewest yards the Broncos have allowed were week 2 against the Jags and then week 3 against the Jets. So the Chiefs are right there behind rookie quarterbacks in their first 3 NFL games. So that's got to say something about how well the Broncos defense played. I know the Kansas City's defense played lights out, but the Broncos actually put up over 400 yards, and it was a balanced passing and rushing game. 154 on the ground and 250 through the air. And what killed them was the turnovers. They had 3 turnovers. It made Kansas City look even better on defense. But I think that if they can limit that, like, this is an obvious opportunity for the Broncos to bounce back and punch the Lions in the mouth for what they did to my friend AJ.
Fuck you, Lions.
That was some. Hopefully, they play better defense than the Vikings did at the goal line last week. That was ridiculous. But anyway, getting into this.
Yeah,
we're looking at
along, buddy.
Javonte Williams. That was pretty awesome, man. He had 23 carries. He caught 6 out of 9 targets, like 9 targets. That's insane. That's beautiful. I want to see more of that. Melvin Gordon is limited, so we might not get to see that going off again. But I'm optimistic. He looked really, really good considering the game was tight lid. The Kansas City Chiefs put a tight lid on him. Tight enough. Whatever. But I do want to say Cortland Sutton had 6 targets. That's kind of a big deal. It's the first time he's out-targeted Tim Patrick since week 8. Yeah. The first time he's had more than like 3 or 4 since Jerry Jeudy came back. So things are looking up for Sutton. Jeudy had 6 targets. Fant had 4 targets. It's a pretty balanced offensive attack. And it looked pretty good. So we'll see how they do against the Lions. The Lions aren't really killing anyone on the defensive side of the ball. They're pretty much bottom 5 on all fronts. A little better than that against the pass. But they're pretty much allowing teams to get a good footing and run them over for the most part. So, yeah, what are you going to do? You got to talk about the Lions. You got to look at their last couple games. I say all this about their defense sucking, but they actually held the Steelers and the Bears to 16 points, and they held Cleveland to 13. In that Cleveland game, Goff didn't play. You know, they might have got their first victory right there if he had played. So it's an up and down, but I look for the Broncos to crush it. But they did allow 182 yards to Justin Jefferson, 90 to Mattinson on the ground. The week before that, Darnell Mooney had 120. So I look for Jerry Jeudy to have a pretty awesome game this round. I think Jamal Williams, I mean, you got to get after it. Swift is still limited. No indication either way at this point. Probably won't play. But Amon-Ra had 12 targets. Josh Reynolds tried to tell you guys about him. He does 4 for 7.
I picked him up on our last episode.
There you go, man. He did pretty well considering. And then Hawkinson has kind of been underwhelming, but he's still getting good targets. He had 8 targets here.
Yeah.
So you just gotta bear with it. I do want to say if Melvin Gordon is struggling at all, you got to look at Javonte Williams' upcoming schedule. He's got the Lions, the Bengals, Raiders, and Chargers. Some pretty awesome matchups for the running back position. So get excited about him. But I mean, the Broncos got to win this fucking game. So
you would think.
Yep.
Yeah, they better. The Lions got their win, but man, I really would have liked to see Jamal do more.
Yeah.
With Swift not playing,
That
was pretty disappointing.
He only had like 71 yards, 17 carries.
Dude,
Wasn't really involved in the passing game.
It's that RDR effect, man. You traded for him. I
Yeah.
thought it was hilarious. Me and him were watching the game together, and Jamal Williams fumbles the ball, and it shows a stat on the screen like first
Daniel
fumble,
Whitmore just picked him up.
first fumble and 747 carries or something like that. I was like,
yeah.
That's why he was going to start over Aaron Jones, man. Ball security, good pass blocking, right? All these things. Give me
I'm actually I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised that Jamal Williams didn't do more than that. I mean, the Vikings down. Anthony Barr didn't play. Everson Griffin, Daniil Hunter. It's just I thought for sure he would have a great game. That was a big surprise. But always the bridesmaid, never the bride, for a reason, I guess.
Hey, he's getting the start again, so you can make it up to me. Maybe railroad that Davey guy. What'd it do? Put a little Jamal on that.
All right. Well, anything else on this game, boys? More Sutton, if I agree. Oh,
or Jeudy. Sick of this shit. Jeudy should be one of the best receivers in the NFL. Let's go.
It's ridiculously balanced. And then Tim Patrick, why?
No,
I mean, we talked about that last week, but
yeah.
Did you guys see that tweet where Russell Wilson was all like, "I would accept the trade"? It was the Giants, Denver, and Saints.
Yeah.
What Danny had to say?
He said, "Keep crushing it, and putting out the good content, but pick better games because we, I guess, suck at picking who's going to win."
Oh, really?
I'm really good at it, but
I'm pretty bad at it, I think. My fantasy advice usually ends up pretty good, but when I say, "Oh, this team's definitely going to win," they usually end up losing.
I was trying to. I had what team that I just didn't say last week that I can't remember.
Seahawks.
I thought the Seahawks were going to win, but I didn't want to. And then the week before that, it was the I don't know. The Raiders beating Dallas, and then
you did say that.
It was Washington, Tampa. So
yeah,
that's all right. I mean, I don't. Let's see if I got one this week.
No. We'll bring it up at the end, bro.
I guess so.
Daniel's pick of the week.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go into Chiefs Raiders. So, interestingly enough, I'm taking the boys' team this week, and I'm gonna have a little fun with it. So, don't have too much. Starting off, Raiders revenge game. Just kidding. No. Waller's not practicing. I think that's probably one of the bigger fantasy news for this week because a lot of people going into their playoff pushes here. Without Waller, you're probably sitting not as pretty. Looking at you, Daniel.
Here we go, Cole Kmet.
Yep.
No comment.
No comment. Kenyan Drake did break his ankle. He's doing the whole. I don't know. Did you guys see the tweet he put out about? It was all about everyone's so worried about these targeting injuries. This is how all the running backs are getting injured. It's loose. I'm not verbatim. I'm loosely explaining it. Where he's getting wrapped up and they're rolling their weight onto the ankles and pulling them back from their top end. And he was advocating this to be a penalty. So I don't know if he's being heard or it's not getting a lot of traction, obviously, if you guys didn't hear about it. But
I thought
I haven't heard about this at all.
Yeah.
The way they twist ankles and shit, yeah, it's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, he was basically just saying, this is how a lot of running backs sprain. I don't know if it's running backs or just players in general sprain their ankles. It's because they catch them with the arm, pull them back, almost like I think he compared it to a horse collar while also rolling their body onto the backs of their legs.
Oh, they grab them and drop and pin them and then try to pull them over themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't read too much into it, so I don't know if it was more like he's insinuating they're trying to do this on purpose or if it's just I don't really know, but something to look into.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely get what he's saying, but I feel like that'd be so hard to police.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a lineman on one shoulder and you're just reaching your arm out.
First of all, sometimes you just fall down awkward because it's a fucking full contact sport and massive men are moving around at incredible speed. But also, I don't know, how else do you want them to tackle you when you're going past them? Are they just not allowed to?
Yeah.
I guess the rolling part I get, but how much of that is momentum? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'd have to see exactly what he's talking about, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, how much of it is it not just you're taught to, always be moving towards the ball kind of thing, too? I don't know. But moving on, I'm not a fan of the injuries, but this could be pretty big for Josh Jacobs. We've seen since the coaching change, since the Ruggs exit, that they've been targeting Kenyan Drake pretty heavily, targeting the running backs. Josh Jacobs, I think, has been a story for the third year now. Why is this guy not getting the ball? Why is he not getting the passes? He's a proven pass catcher, but for some reason they don't trust him. He goes 9 for 9. It was only 38 yards, but huge in a PPR league. So if you're rostering Josh Jacobs, I think he's a full go, especially because the targets on this team have done nothing but go into the negative, especially if Waller's not playing. So we can talk about the Chiefs' defense. They seem pretty for real. I had a stat here, but I looked into it. I must have been confusing things. But they have the turnover ratio, as Daniel pointed out earlier. It's starting to go in the reverse effect here for the Kansas City Chiefs. They are kind of turning on. They have only given up one touchdown in the last, 3 weeks, but 2 games because they had the bye week. They held that Dallas offense to only 3 field goals, which I thought was pretty impressive. It's definitely a come up. Javonte Williams last week did do work. He went 23 for 102 on the ground. He also went 6 receptions for 76 yards and a touchdown. That's more of a positive for Josh Jacobs. So the optimism for our camera just cut out. Sorry, dude.
You're good. I'm still listening.
So I'm very optimistic for Josh Jacobs, but damn, man, I think this could be a really good thing. The last time Waller was out, Renfrow led the game in targets, and also Ryan Edwards led the team in yards with 88 and a touchdown. So possibly, I don't know, Daniel, where do you think these targets are going for this Raiders offense going against this kind of coming up Kansas City defense?
I think they're going to the defense, man. It's just going to be interceptions every drive. Every single drive. It's going to be awesome. You know where the fuck they're going. I think that it is what it is, man. I think the deep shots are going up. You get your Deshaun.
That's what I was waiting for.
Jackson,
That's why I asked you.
right? And then I think that Brian Edwards still has a lot to prove. I think he's very capable. It's kind of fucked up how he went through a drought. But, Zay Jones getting some looks, right?
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do. I think they spread it out. It's going to be a Renfro heavy attack, though.
Same.
I really, really am losing faith in Josh Jacobs, man. I know he's kind of bouncing back, but I still am just, I don't know if he's the answer there, man, or if they just, it's starting to feel less like they're not using him well and more like he's just not the answer,
Yeah, he doesn't look very impressive when carrying the ball. That's why I say my only optimism in him is, unfortunately, the fact that Drake goes down and Derek Carr kind of needs that scapegoat. I mean, 9 receptions for 38 yards isn't too impressive, but if you got a PPR team, maybe you're going to get those 8 receptions, 30 yards. That's points on the board for your fantasy team. But you got input on this, Christian? I feel like you were chiming in.
No, I mean, I'm with you guys on the whole Jacobs experience. It sucks because I was kind of saying I didn't know why people were down on him at the beginning of this year, but joke's on me. So that's a huge issue. I mean, but there's just a broken team, really. I mean, we can talk about getting Deshaun Jackson back involved and figuring out Josh Jacobs, but I mean, I just don't think they're a very good team, so I don't know how much it's going to matter.
Right, totally.
That's true. You do have to be impressed with the 9 for 9 Josh Jacobs, but it feels more like a fluke than the new standard.
I mean, nice to see catches all 9 targets.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
I mean, like, when you're playing Washington, right?
Right.
Right. You take the ball, man.
Well, speaking of the Raiders not being that impressive of a team, I feel like that defense has just fallen apart since the last time they played Kansas City. And Gibson showing signs of life last week. The Chiefs' backfield seems to be at a full split between Darrell Williams and CEH. But the last time they played the Raiders, Darrell Williams goes 9 receptions and 101 yards and a touchdown. So I can see things happening, but I don't know. Can you guys really trust a Chiefs running back at this point? Like, are you starting one unless you're in like a flex position?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about the Chiefs offense, let me just read some fantasy point finishes from last week. 13.5 points. That's Pat Mahomes. 11.2 CEH. 11.0 Darrell Williams. Sorry. And then you got Tyreek right there about 4 points. And Travis Kelce right about 6 points. This offense just isn't Kansas City's offense. And I think if they're going to continue to suck ass like that, and I mean, they were up against a great defense, that the running back is the only thing you can trust on their team. I mean, that's the only thing that they have that's working right now.
But seeing him go, like, I'm from a fantasy perspective, you see him committing to one or the other?
Yeah, I mean, Darrell Williams didn't have that many carries. He had like 5 carries. So CEH had upwards of low teens, but it just wasn't a great game for them. They couldn't get the ball going.
Right.
It was a commit to a low scoring effort, and I think that we saw the 422 passing yards they put up on the Raiders. So I think the Raiders are going to be playing deep. They're going to be looking for the bomb. Maybe they revitalize.
Good point.
Opens up the underneath. I think Clyde has a good game here, and I do think he is the guy. I think that their passing attack it's better with him. It's proven to be. He might not be the best pass blocker, but I think that he is the best inside rusher they have, even though he's a little guy.
Gotcha. Christian?
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys have covered it mostly, though. I don't really have much to add.
Oh, you're good. I just was making sure we weren't leaving you out.
No. You're good. It's hard. I still can't see you, so it's hard to play off visual cues to know when to talk.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense, huh? I'm pointing right at you, dude. What are you doing?
I can't.
Yeah, you got to adjust that cord in the back.
It's a thing.
I mean,
all right.
Oh, we record and
we back on. Sorry about that, boys.
We fly high, no lie. Oh, not
we
doing that again.
Live. All right. Well,
Namaste.
Christian finally got his first win. Everybody, can we get a round of applause from the audience? A little golf clap, everybody. He did it on the backs of Daniel and I not having a serviceable or starting Superflex quarterback. But you know what? As my grandpa once said, the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while. So happy to give you this win, man. Happy. Just talking shit.
I literally think this is I scored the highest anybody had scored, and you guys still would have beat me if you had a quarterback.
That's accurate.
Nice.
We're getting I feel like we're all getting a little better at this. Obviously, Myles Gaskins was a swing and a miss for me, but
is it funny? Like subconsciously, we pick shittier and shittier matchups so we can draft better people.
Is that
Maybe, yeah. I guess that is what we did, huh?
This week there's some spicy ass players available. I'm start off with Austin Eckler. I know
that's fair.
I know we've been talking about this. No, because he's probably got the best situation in America.
Yeah, the running back. I'm with you. The running back pool is pretty not spicy this week, and you got him going up against the Giants, so I like it. That's smart.
The whole wide receiver core has COVID.
Yeah.
So. Nice. I scored it.
So let's see here. Who's the football team playing here? Dallas. I think that's what I'm gonna go Dak. Dak's gonna be my first pick here.
Right on.
I'm gonna take the old Dacky McPrescott.
All right.
Scott. You know, it is a super flex. Just get that out of the way. That
got to rack out with your deck out.
Exactly. That secondary is not too impressive. You know, looked impressive maybe against the Raiders, but
Kendall Fuller, man, he's shaking his fist at you.
No, I like it. I think that's smart. Football team pass defense is pretty bad. So I like that right there. Where am I gonna go? This is tough. I think this is a pretty tough week. Well, we can just go ahead and make sure I get him every time that we do this, and I'll take Cooper Kupp. Because why not? He's probably still going to play well, even though he's playing against the Rams. Playing against the Cardinals, who have the fourth best pass defense. So that might be a bit of a stretch. I thought I was going to wait on him, but I felt like I was killing too much dead air. So
well, go ahead.
I felt like I had to make a pick, and I panicked.
Well, hey, just so you know, it's your turn now.
Yeah, I know. I know. All right. Give me, you know what? Give me DeAndre Hopkins. I'll just want that game to be like a 50-point game. Just have both my receivers in there.
Feels likely. Feels highly likely.
He's got the A capitalized in his name, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, back to me. You know what?
Yep. I do know.
I'm feeling like I gotta take the man, the myth, the legend, Stephon Diggs. Because you know what, man? A guy that you can count on to get you the high scoring team in the league to win that $100. You can count on Diggs to get you 9 points. It doesn't matter if the wind's busting and gusting through at 55 miles an hour. He's going to get you that 9 points. I love you, Stephon. Thank you so much.
This has been extremely strange to listen to. Go ahead and give me Chris Godwin. What did he have, like 13 targets last week?
Yeah, dog.
So I know I love Mike Evans, but, at this point, you got to just go with what you got to go with. So we'll get Chris out of the way. And to follow that up, I'm just going to go with CeeDee Lamb.
Wow,
Take
man.
care of that game, too. Sorry.
I wanted CeeDee Lamb pretty bad. Oh, well.
Damn.
You guys went fucking wide receiver nuts. I'm like, all right.
Can't.
Guess we're doing this.
I took one wide receiver, dog.
I took 2.
Look, if my anger makes you angry, then go ahead and pick another wide receiver.
No, man, because I'm taking the Josh Allen stack right here, baby.
Ooh.
Smart.
I'm taking that super flex early. He's gonna have a game, man. He's pissed. He's gonna be all like, the Patriots beat me, and he's gonna look at Tom and be like, fuck you, dog.
That's awfully pointed, but
Just wait.
fuck you, dog.
Fuck you, dog.
Yeah, go buck yourself.
Nice.
All right. So this is going to be a huge question mark. Give me Nick Chubb and Saquon Barkley.
Nice.
Nick Chubb has a terrible matchup. He's playing the Ravens, but the running back pickings are pretty slim, especially when I have a personal vendetta against Leonard Fournette, so I can't take him. But Barkley I actually do like here. It looked like he got a little warmed up off of injury last week, and now he's coming in and playing the 31st best rush defense. So I like his chances for having a big game this week, maybe, possibly. You'd think the Giants would be smart enough to just try and run it right at the Chargers. So
Yeah, you
I
think.
doubt it. But those are both good choices. I almost went with Nick Chubb, but I knew CeeDee Lamb wasn't coming back, so.
yeah, he wouldn't have. I would have filled out that flex.
Well, I think I'm going to take a running back here, and we'll see if the gravy train will keep on rolling for Antonio Gibson.
Right on.
I also agree that I think that Fournette's going to have a pretty good game, but I'm playing him this week for playoff purposes, and I just can't give myself that juju. So that'll be a freebie there for Daniel when he wants to take it.
Yeah. You got it, pal. I'm going to go ahead and just go Tom Brady
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
Kyler Murray.
Ooh.
Oh, cripes.
I like this. I like going first. It gives me like time to think. Being in the middle is fucky.
Yeah. Speaking of which, my turn. Man. Well, I think
I am intrigued while you're picking. The Bills defense has been hugely up and down, but they're still ranked really well. Do you think that they have the number one pass defense in the league is what I'm trying to say? Do you think that could fuck with Tom Brady at all? Or has it not been good enough lately for you to really worry about the Buffalo defense?
I'm not worried about it.
yeah.
Honestly,
Okay.
they're getting inflated by some pretty lopsided matchups.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So,
Well, especially when you're going to have the number one pass defense when you play a team and they throw for 12 yards in the game,
yeah.
too. But
That's basically, yeah, what I'm saying. You're not going to stop. Like, you know what I mean? It's Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna come. You might get him in the first quarter, but by the third quarter, he's going to be getting his numbers.
Yeah, that's fair.
man,
That's fair. I was just curious.
I'm with you. It gave me a little hesitation, but you got to do what you got to do.
Let's see. So I need another receiver here.
No, it's been said.
Well, I mean, I gotta take AJ Brown here, right?
I guess so.
Is he playing? I'm gonna feel stupid if he's not playing, but
he's been off work, took some vacation leave.
Him versus the Jags. I'm gonna take him. I'm just gonna hope he plays.
He's on the IR.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Oh, is he really on the
Okay.
IR? He's really on the IR?
Yeah.
I'm cutting that. Holy shit. Oh.
That's why it's been such a weird thing with like Des Fitzpatrick and Nick Westbrook.
Oh, man. I didn't realize one on the IR.
Chester Rogers.
I feel stupid.
Julio's on the IR. Best trade ever, man.
See, I thought Julio was on the IR, but I didn't know.
They're just fucked over there. Get my defense ready. I'm pretty sure it's not so hot of a take for the Jags to win this one, but I'm still with it. That's my hot take.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a running back here.
So he didn't even put AJ Brown on this list. So you're just going off script.
I was looking at the matchups.
Oh, you're good.
I can barely see the screen.
Though it's been said many
Well, golly gee
times
dang, guys.
anyway.
I am at a loss for what I want to do here. 'Cause I don't know what I want to do. So I'm going to take Mike Evans.
I just bolded
Fair.
all the names. Does that help?
That actually does help. Mike Evans is the man.
Yeah, Mike Evans is cool. I'll take a different Buccaneer. Give me Gronk, because our tight end situation is fucked this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to take.
That's a good call.
All right.
Gronky
For my
donkey
flex.
Many times, many ways. Oh, sorry.
Oh. Is nobody? Give me Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I knew.
I feel like he slipped through the radar.
I would have definitely taken him.
Yeah, I mean, going up Dallas defense, it's been way better than it was last year, but they're still giving up a hell of a ton of yards through the air. So, yeah, give me Taylor Heineke and a little Terry McLaurin action. Well, I guess don't give me Taylor Heineke, but give me Terry McLaurin.
Well,
Good call.
Good call, player.
Call Clark.
Ho hum. Ho hum.
Straight up.
Let's go with. Man, this is getting difficult. It's getting down to the wire. Dudes are all over the place. So Zeke, is he playing this week?
He is. He said they have to drag him off the field.
Then Zeke it is.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah.
Zeke.
It's also easier than it's ever been since he lost the weight.
Right.
We can drag you off the field now, Zeke. Be careful. Just saying shit like that. Well, it's up to me. And I've got to. I guess I'll take. I really like Zach Ertz. So
Yep.
just get that out of the way. And let me look and see. There's got to be a premier option here somewhere. Nope, there's not. Alrighty, so I will.
What news are you searching right now?
I'm looking up to see Chase Edmonds' status. He's on IR still.
So you're going to take
but he's
James?
Not expected to come back until December 13th, which
this week.
Is this week's matchup. So, fuck it, dude. I'll take. I guess I'm going all Cardinals here. Hitch my wagon. Hit me with James Conner. If I just trust my gut, I could have rode that Conner train into town.
Yeah, man. You fucked up, dog.
Hey, man, if I had $1 for every mistake, I could afford to sponsor our podcast. Plus, I'd just be making mistakes constantly. I'd be like, how much was this meal? And then I'd go make 14 mistakes and be like, here is a small tip.
Well,
I don't know. Sorry.
I think I am going to take a receiver here.
Good job.
Thanks. Really appreciate it.
You going all the way, dude?
You think I should take Laquan?
I thought about it.
I thought about taking Laquan, but I'm so fucking paranoid that I'm going to pick another guy on the IR. Like, he's sitting out practice. I think he's going to play. I think I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Jarvis Landry.
Ooh. Hot fire.
Hot.
Jamal Agnew's on this list.
I like that, and we'll get into why I like it later. I got a speech prepared.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
Give me Justin Herbert and the Titans defense.
Damn it. I thought the Titans defense would make it back.
Nice.
Well, I don't got to worry about my super flex, and I don't think anybody's going to take my sleeper flexi.
That's
so
true.
Figured I'd go get the best defense option. Because all the other matchups look kind of tough for defense.
That's true.
Justin Herbert. All right, what you got, bro?
Did you go?
Oh, it's my turn. Sorry. Jesus. All right, well, I guess I got to take...
This is a tough week.
I feel like I got to take Mark Andrews just because.
Yeah.
Jared Cook was on that list, but I'm going to take Mark Andrews.
Alrighty, dude.
Mr. Daniel, back-to-back picks here.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty hairy for me, but I'm going to do something weird.
You? No way.
Yeah, I guess I got to fill my flex spot, right? I'm going to go with Hollywood Brown. Just because I trust him a little more than I guess I should. Fucking Sammy Watkins. Number 14, get gone. We need number 12s only.
You're mad about the goose egg, huh?
Yeah. I got a lot of hate, man, for bait, man. You know what I mean? To roll out of this, I'm going to grab the Jags defense. I don't know why. Just going to try to make that work.
Super hurt Titans team.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the flexi, huh? Flexi.
So we're doing a flexi in a sleeper, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I thought the flexi was
flexis. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, last week y'all started putting tight ends and shit in the sleeper flexi spot.
Well, in that case, I think I'm going to take the Chargers defense.
That's a good call, player. Good call.
It's a good call player.
Good call,
See
player.
what old Jake Fromm can do.
All right. Well,
so many good players left.
for my super flex, and it's going to go right into my flexi. So this is going to be one speech all together.
Baker Mayfield.
Give me Baker Mayfield. Yeah, you're right. You nailed it. The Ravens have the 31st ranked pass defense already. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's crazy if that's right.
Ton of injuries in the secondary.
Yeah,
Marcus
huge. And they just lost Marlon
Humphreys.
Yeah.
for the year. So give me Baker, and for my sleeper, super flexi pick, whatever the fuck we're calling that, Donovan Peoples-Jones. I think after a bye week and after losing to the Ravens, I think Cleveland's going to want to come out. They've had time to kind of reset their offense. And why not go attack this really injured secondary? Try and make something happen.
I like it.
Fuck
I like
yeah.
that.
It's ballsy. It may not work, but I have a feeling.
Hey, man, it's not ballsy if it doesn't have a chance for failure. I like it.
So can I do Josh Palmer?
Yeah, fuck it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels a little cheating because of the COVID situation. But I do think maybe one of these guys will. I think Keenan might play, but I don't know. It feels like a little bit of cheating, but I can't help but not draft my boy, J. Palm.
Do it. I thought about doing it.
Josh Palmer. Got to. I love that man. I have too many of his rookie cards to not draft him right there. Probably would never trade him unless, Tom Brady came knocking on my door. You know what I mean?
That's weird. Tom Brady doesn't typically make house calls. So, man, I was going to go with Guyton, but I'm going to audible out of it, man. I got to change it up. Change it up now.
J-Palm scared you, huh?
Yeah, you palmed me right out, man. You got me scared. I'm going to go with the guy.
Laquan Treadwell.
No.
That's what I should have done. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, you should have. Definitely fuck that guy. Oh, Jesus. This is crazy because I want to take Leonard Fournette because he's still on the list, but he's not a sleeper. So give me a second, guys. It's going to take me a second. I'm going to pick a guy coming back off of injury.
Larry Roundtree.
He's not much of a sleeper, but he's someone we haven't talked about in a long time. For all the reasons Christian said and more, I got to go with my dude, Kareem Hunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's going to get some passes. He's been out this whole time, since week 7, really. Since the pass catchers have been gone, he comes back in. He does his shit. Wild card. Baker Mayfield's best friend, Loki. He's going to come in and open it up against the Ravens.
We all know Mayfield's best friend's his wife, dude. We've seen the commercials.
I thought it was the lawn mowing dude. I like that. I love that he tells the guy the password.
6.
Just 6. Fucking shit cracks me up.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go, man. There it is.
I'm going to be the first to win 2 weeks in a row.
Suck it, bro.
Yeah. Remember that,
Get thee behind.
that week 1 where you're just like, I really like my lineup.
I've liked my lineup every week, and I like it again. So
Yeah, should be good. I'm going to review mine. Oh, wow. That looks pretty damn good. Nice job, AJ.
It's a 3-team draft, fellas. If your team doesn't look good, then Christian Kirk ain't on it. You know what I mean? I thought I was going to go with him as my sleeper, but
that's why you're going to lose, man.
He sucked it up last week.
You're 1-0 with Christian Kirk on your team, dude.
That's true. Spare tire.
You know what?
Christian Kirk's the spare tire.
I also... Oh, I guess... Yeah, never mind. For a second, I was like, why didn't anyone draft Justin Jefferson? I'm like, oh, wait, it's a Thursday game. I get it now.
Yep. Well, and that'll bring us to the natural end of what we're discussing. Football and a fantasy with my friends. The 3 Fs. Football, friendship, and fantasy. You can't have one without the other.
Yep.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed enough to listen to us talk about it.
Yep.
yeah.
And always, we'd love to listen to you talk about it. So hit us up in the comments. and AJ will prompt us to reply.
Oh yeah, you guys. Paul hit us up with a lot of comments.
Paul, you're the best, man.
Yeah, for
Thanks
sure.
For commenting.
Sorry, I don't answer enough.
We're fucking old people. We're like, comment, and then I'm like, oh, I read that. Thank you. And then I just, deuces.
Peace out, guys.
Have a good night. Woo-hoo.